I'm Chris Duray with Rupert Neve Designs. I run marketing for these guys and help SE Electronics out with my marketing in the United States. I'll show you those mics in a minute. For the home recording crew, I mean, obviously Rupert's been around for a long time. He'll be 88 this summer. He's still active in designing and running our design department, and he invented the recording console, essentially, and has designed some of the most prized equipment of all time that has ever been made in the world. We have migrated a lot of it downwards to 500 series format because not everybody can afford a big console. So instead, you get a rack, 6 space, 2 space, 10 space, whatever you can afford, and then you get to choose and pick from different companies. So obviously we're not the only people to make 500 series gear, but this is the stuff that we do. The most basic mic pre is this guy, the 511, which is super stripped down. It was designed with cost in mind, so anybody can afford it. 72 dB of gain with a trim ±6 right here. Phantom, phase reverse, a sweepable high pass filter from, let me see, from 20 to 250 right there. And then this right here, this is the magic knob and the magic button. When this is out, it's all super clean, super modern. When you push this button and you turn this up, you can increase the harmonic saturation on the output transformer, so everything gets a little thick and gooey and vintage sounding. So you do get a couple of different tonal options from this. It's only 545 bucks street price, so a lot of people can afford one of those and when they can't spend thousands on a console. We've got a 543 is a compressor, 542 is a tape emulator, which is basically a box with 3 different transformers in it that you can oversaturate in different ways on the input. With a middle one that mimics a tape head, there's a soft clip limiter, there's a parallel path so you can blend in just a little bit of saturation, and then there's more output transformer saturation happening right there. 517 is our other mic pre. It's a mic pre DI compressor, so you could go, mic a guitar cab and go direct into it, blend the two, use a compressor on both of it, and it has that silk feature so you can saturate the output transformer that way. This one we put out this week, we're really proud of this. This is a direct descendant of our new kind of flagship vintage modern EQ, which you can see over this direction. These guys right here, this is our new Shelford series, which is like totally badass mic pre. There's another one with a compressor that are all coming from our top of the line Portico 2 series. The EQ is a best of the best EQ. It's the low frequency band from a 1064, which is a famous old Neve module. The mid band from a 1073, which is possibly the most famous mic pre ever made. And the high band is a 1073 with some modern circuitry, so you can have a 16 kilohertz air band for a lot of stuff up top. It's like a presence filter sort of thing. High and low can be peak or shelf. Mid has either a high Q or a medium Q, so you can narrow the width of the booster cut. You've got plus minus 15 dB on all of them. And that we now have in a 500 series format over this way. There's also an 80 hertz high pass filter going on that one. And yeah, that's basically the stuff that we have going on for 500 series these days. So it's a lot less expensive. Modules range from 545 to about 1,000 per module. And yeah, they're great boxes. It's easy to put in a home studio and easy to get great sounds.
Great. All right, you want to show us the mic?
Absolutely. Let's walk this way.
I started playing piano.
So this is SE. These are SE Electronics microphones. Yeah. These are all hand-built. We have our own factory in Shanghai that we don't make any parts for anybody else. They don't make any parts for us. It's not like an OEM thing like a lot of companies where it's just a same mic with different badges stamped on it. This is all our stuff. It's our designs. They're new designs. They're not just copies of the U87 or 67 or anything like that. We've got a couple of really unique ones that I would show you. This is a top-of-the-line ribbon mic that we do, which is killer on guitar cabs, and was on, I think, in Guitar Player fairly recently. The electronics were designed by Rupert Neve in this, so it's just an amazing, amazing ribbon mic. Fairly expensive. It's about $2,000 for one of those. But if we go down this way a little bit, in the cabinet, I'll show you the one that's more often used. This thing right here, the Voodoo VR1. We've got these out with so many guitar players right now. This is it's from session guys in LA like Pete Thorne, who plays with Chris Cornell and Melissa Etheridge, and let's see, Steve Stevens from Billy Idol has one of these. Linkin Park owns 12 of them for their entire backline. They've been out with Tom Petty, they've been out with My Morning Jacket. They're used on a lot of different kinds of guitar tones. It's a ribbon mic, but it's got a mechanical baffle going on in the front of it, so the high frequency response extends up a little bit higher than it usually does on a ribbon. Typically there's a lot of roll-off. You got to put either a condenser or a dynamic mic next to it, like, you know, a 121 and a 57 or something like that. But with this one, the high frequency response is such that you don't necessarily need that other one. That is a strange sound coming from the Kurzweil booth. We've been dealing with it all week. But this is a really badass guitar mic. It still lets you get a little bit more bite and a little more edge from your guitar cab with this mic than you do with a typical ribbon because of the way the ribbon element is structured. So that mic is $699 for one of those, so it's not a whole lot of money, and it sounds absolutely amazing. So something to consider if you want more information, seelectronics.com or rupertneve.com, and let us know if you want to try one. We also have a free loan program for any microphone. So we can't do it right away because there's a lot of requests, but if you email us, sales@fingerprintaudio.com, it'll get to us and we'll be able to help you out. So let us know if you want to try it. Cheers.